Time Zones, your book review podcast. Enjoy.
Hey people, this is Renee.
It's Bridget.
And Talisha.
You're listening to episode 26 of Same Book, Three Time Zones. For the month of March, we read Protostar Love by Sheopatra Smith. For what I know, this was Sheopatra's first book. This was her debut novel.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is obviously our first time reading her. You know, that's everybody's first time reading her. So yeah, we're just gonna be real about the initial reactions and stuff when we start reading the book. I didn't know what was going on. Like I knew what was going on, but it got a little confusing for a second. I was like, wait. But when you kept going, it was like, okay, we worked with it.
I didn't like it at the beginning at all.
No.
I didn't like it. I was like, I didn't text nobody though that why we got to read this or nothing. So I guess it wasn't too bad because I would have been texting like, I want to read this.
Yes,
I have. So it's like I guess it wasn't the worst I've ever read, but I'll definitely say it wasn't. I did not like the beginning of it. I was like, yeah, this is hard. But I kept pushing through, and once I got like 40 minutes in, I was like, okay, this is good. Like I really started liking it. Really started like the characters. I either hated them, I really loved them.
Yeah.
So it got good, but it was hard at the beginning. It was a tough one.
Well, I didn't like the back and forth. I thought I was doing good catching up with the now, and then you take me back a week, and then I go back to the
got you.
That was cool to me.
Okay. Now,
I wasn't tripping.
Yeah, like that part, at some point I was like, why? But then when you start reading those parts, you realize, okay, every time she goes back, it matters. It's a reason for it.
It does matter, but let's just roll with it from the beginning. Take me there.
No, because I like it. It's like you thinking about like why he acting like this, and then you go back and then she go back and you're like, oh, that's why he was doing that. Or that's why she was. Right. It was good. I liked that all that. Hey, Bridget,
I didn't like that because then
it was good. I don't think it would have been good if she would have did it all the way through, because then we would have known exactly why he acting like such and such. Nah, it was good how she did it. You did good, girl.
Let me just say one more thing. What it reminded me of a movie. I should have looked up the movie, but Ashley, I know you already gonna know what movie I'm talking about. The movie with the dude, the black guy. He was a sailor. He went off. He was in the Navy, and then he came back. And I don't know if that was his mama. His mom was calling him nigga. Him and his.
Oh, you're talking about. I just was talking about this movie with Derek Luke, Antoine Fisher.
Yes, that's what this remind me of with his mama. I was like, yeah, because that lady she talked about them like.
Wait. No, that because you talking about he didn't never meet his mom, didn't he? He was like an adopted person.
No, the adopted person was calling him that. She was a bad person too, but he did meet his mom after the fact, like when he was grown.
Oh yeah. At the end, but it's like
So
you said his adoptive, his foster. It was foster because she was getting paid. His foster parent reminds you of this dude's biological mama.
The way that he was. The way she treated him growing up, he had to go back in memory.
I feel like this lady, Evelyn makes I don't know what that lady name is, but she make that lady look like a saint.
No, they both dogs.
All she was doing was calling him an N-word and whooping him sometimes.
No, but remember who was the young? It was I don't know why we talking about it. Anyway, it was a young woman.
Used to molest him. Yeah.
Okay.
The mama ain't know about that.
She did, I'm sure.
Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like the going back because it kind of felt like that a little bit too, but the guy wasn't therapy. But we'll get in that. But but it kind of I see like those flashbacks like with Antoine Fisher when he was talking to his therapist, and then it would take us back through why he was acting that way and where that came from. So a lot of that did happen in this book. more on his side actually.
I didn't cry with this book though, man. Antoine Fuchs make me cry every time. I be bawling every time.
This one made it really made me mad because of his mom. And you know, like you don't, like you said, like you going through the book and you're seeing, you know, both of their sides. Like hers is more like the present, you know, what was happening. He's saying his and hers. So the her is Nia. She's a video director / producer.
Exactly.
She comes from this like prominent family in the music industry. I believe her mom was like a famous singer. Her dad was
he was a producer too, wasn't he?
I guess
he had a label.
I can definitely see that, like her dad not being there and giving her gifts, like that's cool. But my mama, like,
right,
supposed to, you know, be there for me. Like, so like I definitely can relate to that, because it's like
you expect
in my own
more.
Like my dad didn't hurt me as much as my mom did.
You expect
I don't know,
more
like,
from your mom.
Especially
like once you grow up,
100%.
Like once you grow up and you're a woman, and then we become a mother, it's like then you see all the stuff that you kind of missed out on as you know, with that relationship with your mother. And I think, you know, because she was young. She was like, what, 19, 20? Well, no, her 21st birthday. So she was 20 when it started. I get that.
And I'm just thinking about her life.
So the guy is Boyden, right? What was his rap name? Busy something. Yeah. Busy Boy? Is that it?
It was.
Sound corny.
I thought it was Busy Boy. It was Busy Boy.
Okay.
Busy
Bone. But no, okay, so it was Busy Boy, and he is like this just big freaking star now.
And they mostly be hoes, but he not. I guess he was before her.
He was before her, but he's what, like, I don't know his age. Was he like 20?
He was 25, I think.
Something like that. He was like a 4-year difference. And when we first get into the story, this child was with her, at least just a whole bunch of musical people around them, but they referenced Beyonce like 50 million times. I'm like, oh my gosh. The Nia lady or girl, she is best friends with a female rapper named Hoochie Mama, or Hallie. Okay. They went to a club. Halima. They went to a club for some purpose or another. And when they were leaving, the drive-by happened. And that's how we kind of introduced to, you know, her having this like traumatic thing. We're like, what happened? You know, she kept talking about referencing it and like being, you know, just out of wits and stuff. And then realized that she was
none of her family or her man like I ain't like none of them at the beginning. I was like, none of them, they all a piece of poop.
I'm surprised that she didn't, like, I'm glad she didn't get her, because she was already in her car when the shooting happened. Like, she had just shut the door. So her friend, you know, she actually got shot a few times, but it wasn't nothing like she wasn't gonna die. She'd be okay. And then so that throw you in the hole, like, what kind of rappers is these? Like, what?
Right?
What? Who shoots at women? Because at first I was like, was it just they were at the wrong place at the wrong time or what? But you kind of realize later that one of them was a target. And they showed target the wrong person, okay, to be friends with, you know, with Nia, because
Nia family don't play. You die. You deaf. Like, she's like, I ain't gotta fight, but I got people with me.
They got people on the legal side of stuff being successful, and they got family on the illegal side of things being successful. So yeah, you don't play with them. I was scared of Admiral. He made me nervous.
Because of his name. That's why. Because of his name.
Nah, because like he's like he's the head of the family.
He's my dad.
Yeah, her grandfather.
Oh,
the grandfather.
Yeah. I was like, her dad was a different name. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the dad was like, I wrote it down. Skipper. I thought that was a funny name.
Weird.
But anyway, so these people met on
a show, reality show.
Reality TV
things.
Like what's it called? Love and Hip Hop. It was something similar to that in the name. I can't remember the name, but it was like basically.
And he was about to quit, but he saw her.
Right.
Right. Put me on all her lines, and I'll stay. Like, dang.
Some kind of way, the the Nia girls, first she was like a person on the show, like a whatever. She was on the show. And by this time, she's like a producer or executive producer of the show. So now she's like behind the scenes. And some white guy she worked with is like hitting on her and trying to tell her that her man is cheating on her so that she sleep with him or whatever. And she denied him. And so he gonna try to tell her, I don't think things are working out, like he's gonna get her fired because she didn't sleep with him.
Right.
And I was thinking, like, after the fact, I was like, man, I'm surprised he's not gonna get hurt.
I was waiting on him to come back. I was waiting and see.
The only reason why is her family don't know. Like, it's like it didn't get under her skin enough. Like, it's like his mama did. But it's like she not gonna have nobody killed if it's something she feel like she can handle her own, which I really love about her.
That's true.
Like, I'm gonna do this on my own. I got this.
That was the thing about her. Even like business wise, like she didn't want to have success from her family's name. She wanted to build her own because she had her own talents and stuff. And a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
I know I wouldn't. I mean, I would use that. Listen, I'm gonna get my own money, buy what they already, they set me up. Why not?
Because you want people to like want to work with you because of your work and not because of who you're close with.
I don't care about that. You can work with me because of my mama.
Oh my gosh.
My daddy, that's cool.
But then I guess then eventually you'll see that she, she's actually talented in what she does. She can sing, but she doesn't want to sing. She has her own production company, which is Protostar, and what is it? Productions, I think.
Yeah, Productions.
Okay, so basically this book is kind of like the chronicle story of these two getting to where they are now, like being like deeply in love, and then it goes forward because we kind of get taken back a bit to
a lot of
they
times.
Met a huge argument I guess that they had that was important because it was funny like reading some of this stuff because
I was crying. I screenshotted some stuff.
Did you? Did you?
Yes.
No text messages when she was accusing him of cheating on her.
Oh yeah.
And said she heard him in the room with somebody, but he wasn't even in that location.
Right.
Like, I wasn't even there. What your freaky self was listening to wasn't me. He said, "Oh, you missed me."
Yeah.
Where you at?
Like, oh my gosh. them two, no sex scenes. They were always at it. But I don't know, like it's like something about the type of like love that I like to see with a man when he like just goes so hard for his
that he did. Yes, he did.
And then he just kind of stopped, and I'm just like, what's going on here? But we found out.
But like they're so in tune with each other that even just a small disconnection for a shorter period of time is like devastating because of how close they are. Like I appreciate the relationships with that type of like connection because sometimes a lot of times like that ain't real. That nobody had that kind of stuff, but
it ain't real. Yeah, I ain't seen it.
But it's like you felt theirs, and her mom had this type of like reading of energy situation going on. So I think that she had that too. So it was just this energy that they had, and he brought something out of her and she brought something out of him, and together they were just like everything. If he was stuck, like that scene, he was stuck like or a song he was looking for, and she just happened to come over and they were talking, and then bam, he got it, just because of something she said, didn't even know, that's what he needed. And I mean, they just seemed like they were making each other better, supporting each other.
Like that's real, man.
I know.
Like men and women can make each other better.
I think they should. Like if you're in a relationship with somebody, like on that level, if you're not making each other better, what are you doing? Like, why are you together? Because the whole point of your relationship should be to enhance each other's lives if you're trying to spend your life with each other.
Well, their whole thing was what made their relationship so great, and so for them to be so connected was that they talked. They talked to each other. They were honest with each other about what they was feeling or whatever.
Yeah,
and that's key.
And had special words.
Yeah, booth talk or something like that. Like that was like your safe space. And therapists tell couples that like you need that safe space, no judgment. Like let me get it out, and then we talk about it and resolve it. And that's something I loved about Boyden is like he was really on to like once he saw that there was an issue, once he slowed down and like realized like, okay, what I've done is hurting her or she's hurting, you know, he didn't want to just let her brush it under the rug and keep on going. Like he needed to have that resolved, even if it meant it was his fault, and he had to like take that like and actually realize that, and you know, he wanted to fix it. Like he didn't want it to grow and then it stops everything. And I think that was really important too for that type of relationship, for anybody to like have a successful relationship. You have to nip things in the bud. When you see it, like deal with it, fight it out, whatever you have to do and resolve it so that you can move on. Because if you don't, you're gonna keep tripping over that over that little stuff you brushed on the rug. It ain't gonna go away.
Facts. Back to these text messages though.
Oh my gosh.
The best part, hold on, wait. I gotta get this out. When she said, but she didn't say this, she just did the first letter of it. I want you to eat my from the back.
Oh, that part. Oh my god.
I was like, I wonder if
I was gonna ask if y'all knew what
I wonder if my sister and Amy knew what this was. I bet they didn't. Did y'all know the first time? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Why wouldn't we know what it meant?
The acronym?
I just figured y'all
you know like what? No, I did not. I didn't even try.
That's what I thought.
You didn't try?
You did it. Like my first try.
But I got it the first try.
I tried to look at the words after what they were saying after that, and it was like, no, that don't match up with those letters. Forget it. I ain't even trying to.
I want you to eat my poop from the back. That's what she wanted him to do.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Just wanted to tell you what it meant.
Right. I was
I was like,
it don't even matter, right? But I was like, was it from the back or was it front to back?
Nah, it was from the back. I screenshot it.
Because I was thinking about that. And I was like, oh, and I was like, man, how do I?
Because that's what they was doing. She be bent over and she spread her cheeks, and that's what he be doing.
True. Yeah, she did spread her cheeks. Yes, she did. She did. She did. Ashley, you should have known that. You love that game.
I got it. I did. I got it immediately. So, you know, that is not in the game.
What game? Wait, what y'all talk about?
What's the game called? Culture Tag? Culture Tag.
Culture Tags, yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley got that game.
The hashtag, it's like a game with like acronyms and you have to like guess what they are. It's like it's because we Black and we know most of them.
Oh, I thought it was like a nasty game. That's just a hashtag game. Okay.
No. Yes, it's just no. Y'all would think that about me.
I knew it.
Why I'm the one attached to everything. I was playing Cards Humanity or whatever they invented them. She's talking every time it was something nasty. That's you, Ashley. I'm not like, because you be writing that stuff.
You ain't gotta hide it from us. We know you low key. We know. It's okay. Whatever.
But it's cards that you're dealt. It ain't like I write it down and then give it. It's cards that I'm dealt. So if I'm getting
right. I understand that, but I was just a little bit.
Okay, well, but all right, so we're gonna like basically skip to Boyden's point of view because I think that's when the story actually started. I mean, because with her point of view, like we got the present, we got when nobody was there. It was gonna be her birthday, like right after her friend got shot. She had no one with her. She felt alone. And she felt abandoned by her boyfriend, and then he shows up, right?
But that was her point of view, wasn't it? When he came in,
right?
I think.
Yeah,
I thought it was his point of view when he was just saying how, hey, you're gonna have to get rid of this person that think he your man. He kept saying that, like he wouldn't say that it was her man. The person that think he your man.
Yeah. It was talking about how basically he got in.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of crazy because she was dating some guy who's like a low
rapper,
low budget rapper that's trying to get.
Yeah, and he was trying to be
working.
Her clout.
Nosy people, we really want to know about these rappers' lives. Like, oh, he dating who? Like,
right. And they had like their PMZ, and like the blogs and stuff. But what I did I like how she didn't she was doing a lot for the gram and stuff when she needed to for work. But when it was like personal stuff, she wanted to keep that for herself as long as she could. Especially like once they became official, when he told her to dump old dude, because he befriended her first. He snuck in that way.
Yep. He's like, I'll be your friend, and then he's like, I had to listen to some stuff. I had to walk out.
Yeah, because she was talking about some nasty, with the other boy,
What y'all do like to listen to?
You know what I thought was cute when he surprised her, when after she was sipping, and was she smoking too, or was she just sipping that night?
She was taking a bath, and she heard somebody in her kitchen. You talking about when? So you're not talking about this surprise?
I was. Well, when she was in the, he took a picture of her when she was sleeping and posted it.
Okay, we talking about two different things then. I'm talking about when she thought that she was all alone for her birthday, and then he showed up.
I thought that was that time.
No, that was different. I think what you're talking about was one of the flashbacks of them, and that was like the first time that he made it official by posting like a picture of her sleeping on his thing, and she was, she was officially okay with it.
Okay.
That was cute too.
He was to be broken to the point, because that mother abandonment stuff, that crap does not go away. I don't care how much I try to pray it away, but it doesn't go away. But for him to be so thoughtful and loving, even with that slight insecurity of
it's when she told
a lovable person because of what his mom said to him and how she treated him and stuff, he did really good for himself. As far as being so attentive and caring and wanting to be with one person and just being that guy, when he did find the right person, because guys is gonna do what they want, do what they do when they're single. But when he found her, he was just everything that I didn't think he would be.
It's simple though. He just giving out what he wanted all his life.
Right.
I'm giving them exactly what I wanted. But when she said, she came that pregnant and she said, I actually wanted this child, I was like, oh man, she got to go. Remember when her mom Betty let her stay with her or whatever, and he walked in or whatever, and they was going back and forth, and she was like, I actually want this child. I was like, dang, you so evil, for what?
Crap. Yeah.
I was like, hit her. I don't care. Pay that fine.
No, he wouldn't have no money. He wouldn't have no money. But her mama should have said something. Even though that's your child, this is your grandchild. She didn't say nothing the whole time they was going back and forth.
Until he was ready to beat her ass, and then she was just like, "Don't do this. Don't let her get." It's like, you just see everything she just said. Oh man, I got warm. I was like, that's so evil of her.
Okay, so to get back to where we are as far as their relationship, he comes home, and I think they have sex or something, and then they have the conversation about how Nia felt abandoned by him, and how she thought that he was avoiding her. And she was questioning whether they should stay in a relationship or not, because if this is not what you want, if you're not gonna be full on loving me intentionally, I don't want it. So that's when it was now he told her, bro, I'm in therapy. Right. And she automatically knew, it's because of your mom. We got to, we learned he was with his mom for only 10 years. And then she just decided to just drive him to his grandmama's house. And
she should did that day one.
And leave her there.
Beat the hell out of him.
And leave him there. Didn't say nothing, just left him there. He was there for how many years before the granddaddy died?
Wasn't he 14?
He was almost 16.
Almost 16. Okay, so that's a while. So to be there like that long, and then his grandfather, or well, not biologically, but anyway, his grandfather was a preacher. That's what it was. Okay, I forgot about that. His grandfather was a preacher, but his grandmama was like really in love with like Lil' Kim and stuff. And I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
But so he started to like see that the boy had like a love for music, even on his sickbed. Like, you know, he was trying to help him develop his purpose and things like that.
Right.
Because he was like, you know, hearing, you know, that God creates you for a purpose and we all have our thing. And his grandfather helps him like really tune into his spirit as far as the music and the lyrics, and like really speak from his heart. And you know, it developed him into a, you know, pretty good artist at that point. But when his grandfather died, that's when the mama gonna come back to the funeral and then suggest that she takes him to live with her and her new husband, which was a man who she cheated. Like, she was in law school. He was a married professor. They had an affair. And I guess he said like a week before she dropped him off when he was 10, she had ran into that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So she basically dropped him off. You go over there, and she went and just did her thing with this dude, and now she wants
where she won't always want to be.
She wants him like, oh, you need to have a good father figure in your life. Like, you ain't a good mother figure, and
you don't care what I have in my life.
No.
Like, why? Leave me alone.
The grandmama, I thought she was gonna say no, but the grandmama was like agreed with it, and he caused all kind of trouble with them, which I understand, like, because he didn't want to be there. And eventually he was able to go back to his grandmama, and then he was able to start this huge music career.
Right.
It just made all these accomplishments like super, super young. So we learned only that part, you know, just saying that she wasn't a good mom. She was toxic. She would say horrible things. We didn't hear it until the part, like you just said, Talisha, when it flashed back to why he was in therapy, because she kind of sprung out. He didn't know, you know, that she was like back on the scene. But which is another part I didn't understand, was the mom was getting paid by the show.
She must have had some scenes up in there or something in there.
Like every time it's a reunion, she would come.
Yeah, something like that.
For 15 minutes to be able to talk, because her son on there. I guess she wanted money. I don't know.
I'm like,
I guess the man left
filming
her.
with her. Like, how did that even? Okay. But anyway, so he's in therapy because of that. And in that same conversation, you know, find out that she's pregnant now with another kid.
That she like took shots
he was
to
talking,
get pregnant with.
She was talking down on Nia, talking about she's a gold digger. She only wants you for your money. And I'm like, she has her own, bruh. Like, relax. But just like really like trying to trash talk her to him. And, you know,
she saw he was happy and in love.
Right.
It's like, I want you to be like me. You're too happy.
Right?
Let me why you worried about in your life? Let me sprinkle some of that.
Like, why you worried about who he spend his money on? Why that does not concern you. This is his money. This is his life. That's all she's worried. She ain't really worried about his happiness. She just called him stupid to try to make him stop spending money on this girl. Why? Because you think he gonna give it to you? Like, yeah, that's all she cared about, though. Like, literally, because obviously she didn't care about him to say that the baby she's now carrying, she actually wants it. Girl, I was scared he was gonna actually get to her. I was scared. Like, at first I was like, is the grandmama gonna get knocked down or hurt or something while he tries to get to her? Because he
just really get a couple of million. He got it.
Bruh, you don't want that. You don't want
it. I wanted it to happen.
I didn't want him to do that, because that's a bad.
She deserved it.
Your pregnant mama.
He should have just left.
He did, and he left. He left.
Yeah. When she saw he was supposed to do, but I wanted to left.
Yeah, like I didn't think they were gonna like stay and have this back and forth, and she just her mouth, and then his mouth too, because at some point, you know, I know like it's just certain. I'm not gonna disrespect my mother, but I'm not gonna tolerate it either. I'm just gonna walk away.
Right.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, and you talking to me crazy, and I'm talking like I'm not for that. You know, because I can see myself sitting with my mom. We don't do stuff like that. I know she done that with y'all, but she ain't finna talk to me crazy. I don't know why, but we just don't have that type of relationship or anything. But just to see like me talking to my mama, because just like, you know, I call her my grandmother mama, and then she pop up and start talking. I'm gonna walk out like, Mom, I'm out. Not gonna do it.
Right.
But what made me mad is that I paid for this freaking house. She needs to go.
Get this witch out.
Huh?
Get out my house. Get out. I would have been all in her face. Get out my house. Get out my house.
He paid for where both of them live at.
Oh, you show right.
Bruh. I show like giving you nothing. I don't care.
He show was giving her money, and I think he said he found out that like the money she was asking for like their mortgage or something was actually to pay for IVF. Like she was trying to get pregnant.
Yeah. I want a kid so bad. Like maybe that's crazy.
And she ain't no better. Come on now. You see how she treat him? She ain't no better.
Nope,
So,
she gonna treat that baby the same way.
I don't know. Maybe because we don't know about the dad, so maybe she's horrible. There's no excuse for it. But I'm like, I don't know if it's the dad situation. Maybe she thinks she's gonna be better because she's actually with the guy she loves. I don't know. I don't see it. I see her being a bad mom to this baby too, but she just probably won't give the baby away.
Have y'all heard? Y'all read A Child Called It? It's like based on a true story.
You told me about that.
And like she was so mean to this one child, like beat him, like wouldn't feed him and stuff. But she was so nice and loving to the other kids.
They were both her kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
she could.
Possible.
I mean, people do that. I guess I don't know how you cannot love all your kids, but
was he by somebody else, like by another person?
They all had the same mom and dad.
Well, she's just crazy.
Yeah, she's definitely crazy
and evil. So he didn't want his girl to see him in this state because his mom puts him in this space, and he just didn't want to see her like that. And I mean, that's not good enough. You should have just came to her. But again, at least it's not anything like crazy. It's like something they can't, get past or whatever. It was nothing personal. Like with their relationship, it was just what he was dealing with.
She definitely understood, man, because it's hard to talk about this stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Like, and she said at one point, like she understood the abandonment part because, like you said earlier, like the dad can get away with just throwing gifts at you or whatever, but like her mom was not there. Her mom was, and I mean that's a lot to do with a lot of artists. Your face, like with artists and stuff. When you have kids, a lot of times, your kids are kind of not with you. When you're traveling and stuff. So she felt abandoned by her mom. They over this part. Like she got it. She understood why it was like that. He promised he'd never do it again. So now they're better. They're good. They're just moving forward. And it's her 21st birthday. But this fool came in with like a whole bunch of gifts. And I thought it was for her birthday. He talking
about like, oh my gosh, really? More?
That wasn't even her birthday stuff. I was like, okay.
Yeah. he did that.
He spoils the crap out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Wow! Like I was floored.
They ever had a conversation about that she thought he wasn't listening.
Right, that's what got me. Like that's the type of attention like I like for a man.
Attention to detail.
He knew he was reading all these relationship books and stuff, and he knew like the love language. And
yeah.
All he just put in work and time to be the type of partner that she needed, and it turned out good for him as well, because you learn a lot about both yourself too when you read that kind of stuff. But he planned all this stuff. We know until like it was.
Yes, he talked to her daddy about his intentions.
Girl, he planned the birthday like months in advance to get everybody together. He had conversations with the men in the family, and I'm like, okay, like
I want that. I want him to plan something for me.
I know, and like know what I want and know what I like. Like he got everything right.
It was Usher for me.
Wait, because that was one of those things though, because like I think when they first like made love, that was like at an Essence festival when they were seeing Usher, and then come back to this moment on her 21st birthday, bro. Like, how you get Usher?
True, money talks.
The boy got money. He spent like $1.6 million on them juries. He bought a penthouse in freaking New York. Come on, man. He but it is say he had sound like a $200 million deal with like T-Mobile or something.
And it's like he spent it all almost. Nah. Golly.
He spent that whole check on that girl's birthday. Got her a freaking the car with the Rosewood child. And bought her a freaking production, like her business space.
Like, here go your studio, babe.
Yeah.
And if you don't like this one, we'll sell it and get whatever you like. Like
next Monday.
What?
That's what he said.
Yes.
He said it ain't even an issue. And then he forced her to get a bodyguard too, because she wasn't feeling that. But after that shooting, he was like, "Nah, you're gonna have a body on you." And it's almost like he's doing all this stuff for her protection and stuff, but her family, like, he don't even
fight the dude, and the dude about to die.
Right? He's like, I'm gonna beat him up. Like, nah, bro, her daddy got he
he gone.
He's gonna he coming into a family that really got, like, they're well established. You know, he's just an addition. He's not gonna, like, you know, they got this,
right?
Because all it is, take a phone call and people will be stumped or dead. You know, whichever. Yeah. To her, they're gonna be dead. On his point, they just gonna get hurt. So sometimes I might tell him instead of my daddy, just so people not have to die. But if you shoot at you shot at my child, you almost killed him. So that, that's a death. You gonna die. That's it. And then found out it's a freaking girl, the hoochie mama Holly, whatever. Her baby daddy.
Baby daddy. I didn't know she had a baby to the end, but yeah, the baby daddy.
Girl, ain't that something? That's some trash though. Like, ugh. But well, they gonna be having a whole funeral on MTV for that boy soon. So the birthday party was like super, super, super epic. I mean, he had her get ready, and he planned everything to her. He planned like her makeup artist, Kim Kimball did her hair.
Clothes, nails,
it was just like
everything
over the top. And she's thinking, she kept talking about he geriatric.
Yeah, we got a
5:30 reservation
with your own self.
You know, she assuming it's for dinner, and it was for them to catch a freaking helicopter to go to Hampton.
He's like, who said? I didn't say we were eating. I said we had.
Right. I think that was so cool. Like, to have he had the whole family lying to her about where they were, so they could be at this surprise birthday party, and that was the best part. Because she really felt alone, but nobody knew she was gonna get shot at.
No.
So, but you know, she let everybody know, you know, she was okay when it happened, but still. I mean, like, her entire clan, like, from cousins, from all second, third, fourth, fifth cousins. It was everybody. And they had a freaking concert, like, with Janae, like I said, Usher, the mama sang, you know, she famous.
Yeah. And then they did that little duet part at the end.
Oh yeah.
That was beautiful.
That was
it was like their first time ever hearing her sing. You know,
out
in public.
Yep.
And then, like you said, all them gifts, girl.
It was her friends for me, so I seen her get the Birkin, so I got a bigger one.
So I had to they going back.
And then they was just like, "Outdo us now. What's up?" Like, talking to them.
So Daddy gave like 100,000 to this cause for her business. I'm like, come on.
And then what? Her uncles brought in a tray of money.
Mm-hmm. Y'all
just
throwing money
just like that.
It's just like, and the daddy gave us 20,000, or grandpa or something 20,000 just for nothing. You know, I'm like, what the? We might
get though. I need that.
When I was reading it, every chapter, I was just waiting for the ball to drop. Something
so bad
to drop. Yeah, for about him. It was just seemed like it was too good. Even though he had his mama issues, it just seemed like something was gonna come out the closet or something. I don't know. I guess I was just looking for it. I actually
thought that, like, literally in the beginning, like at the beginning when she was talking about she had this boyfriend, And then when the guy had pulled up some blog about him being with some other girl, you know, because he's on
Oh,
tour,
yeah.
I was like, okay, so is this story going to be about that guy that she's dating, or like is somebody going to swoop in because he's probably cheap? Like, I didn't know he was actually the good guy.
Right.
So like you said, I was waiting on that too until like the birthday. I was like, oh, nah, he good.
But you know that part when at the birthday party, I think this is at the birthday party, when her mama was talking to him and he was saying how he had a headache, and she said, you know, she poured that water out and gave him the water that was in the fridge or some other kind of water.
Yeah.
I was like, what's in that water? Because then his hand started
shaking.
I was like, Lord, what's this one about to do to this man? Then they was in the room together, and I'm like, what's going to happen?
Oh, okay. Because I feel like I thought the shaking was because his mama popped up at the birthday party and that had him really stressed out. But then he did have that reaction after he drank that water.
Yeah, I thought it was something in the water.
But I like how when the mama came, Nia got in between them because she was like, you know, protected him from her immediately. And she didn't know she was pregnant. He never tell her that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he just found out, though, that she was pregnant.
Nah, it said, when they had that scene, it said 17 weeks prior.
Yeah,
that's a while.
That's too much.
So like that was a while. So by that time, you know, it was smaller. And this time she only had 2 months to go. I ain't know. This is my thing. When she handed that girl that gift, I ain't trust the box. I don't know what she do, but like that kind of had me like, what's in that box? Like I wouldn't trust to get anything.
I would have gave it to that bodyguard.
What's his name? At my house.
I know. Why did they he said therapy. Therapy is helping him feel. He was gonna let her listen to a couple songs, get some food, and take your little butt. You know, I'm gonna have my people take you right home. Cause she's talking about, oh, I heard y'all staying here. Cause she found all this out on Instagram. She wasn't
and that lady who her good friend.
Oh, that's like his mentor's wife. Oh, that's how she got in. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I think he was at the party. He was good. I was proud of him at the party, but it still got to him to a point where he had to separate himself and get drugged by the girl mama.
And then he got sexed up in there. You know what? When he was on that couch and he kept his eyes closed, I thought somebody else had came in there. At first I didn't think that it was her.
She sure said, "Hey, I was like, I got a man, but let me suck you." And I won't nobody know. I really thought it was somebody. I was
I'm thinking like, wait, who? Because this is all family. Who the heck? How did you be getting there?
I had to go back.
I mean, but it's her family, so I guess they really just trifling.
I thought they was testing him.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a good one. That would have been good. But it happened to be her. She is so like. She be like putting little stuff out there to try to see if she can get no dirt on him. And that boy is squeaky clean in love with that girl.
Yeah, he is.
So
take the picture. Is he mine? Or let me know in the DM.
Oh, right, who he belong to, right? She ready. But yeah, so
I got somebody in my DM.
That was funny how like when you drank that and he was shaking, and the mom was like, "You need rain." Because that's thunder.
I didn't understand that.
Well, the girl,
let me go get my daughter for you.
Right. The girl having sex with him, that was the rain part.
Oh.
So I don't know what she gave him, but
she gave him something.
I feel like it because she said it was just lemon and basil in that water. I'm like, bro, you into all that stuff. But the funny part was like after they were doing all that, she told him that this whole wing was blocked off by her mama and the bodyguard.
Right.
Like, but your mama know what we up in here doing.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
She's the one who sent me in here to make sure you get the ring.
Gave her that outfit, bought her that outfit she had on.
So
okay.
I think that was that was cool how like at least the family in that like the family meshed with him, and of course he had his grandmother who was like legit. The mama can just go kick. Actually, the mama is gonna kick rocks. That was why she signed
with that money.
Yep, he made her sign like this NDA, whatever, where she'll get paid off and they will have no more communication. Him and his therapist came up with like that's the only way to deal with her. He just not to ever deal with her ever again. And she was okay with it.
Yeah,
he knew she would be okay with it too, because she's always been about his money.
Yeah, which is insane to me. But if that's how you're gonna get out your life, because she really just she's just like poison, man. So that part was over.
I would have stuck my in-laws on her.
So all this time, like during this birthday, I'm like, when is he gonna propose? I'm just thinking,
I was looking for it too.
I know he's gonna.
I didn't think he was gonna do it on her birthday, because it's like he wanted this birthday to be all about her. So I knew it was
that's all about her. I was expecting it every time.
Especially in front of the whole family.
Else. Yeah,
no, like, because that would make it about them versus being all about her. I didn't think he was gonna do it.
And then like, okay, so when he didn't do it, and it was like the next day or whatever, and then the I can't remember the girl name. It was Sky something, but Sky is her cousin, right? An actual cousin, right? Because somebody was the Harper person was a play cousin. Sky person, that's a real cousin. She overheard him say something about her grandfather giving her this certain gift.
The flute, the flute, drinking flute.
Yeah, and with this globe like drink thingy, and
he knew
when she flipped out and was talking about the nails and stuff. I was like, oh crap, that meant that it was going to be a proposal, and that he knew. We didn't know at that point that he had the conversation, because like they said, barely 2 words to each other. But when that happened, I was like, okay, he must already talk to them, because the grandfather was sending like, I guess, the family tradition, like once you get that, you know you're about to get proposed to. So I thought again is that he was going to do it in front of them, but he didn't.
No, if you get it, no, he pull it out. He pull it out when she say yes. That's what she.
They just knew. She was gonna say yes. Yeah, that's what that was for. Like, get this to him once.
God,
she says yes.
Okay.
So that
So they having a whole good old family time, whatever, cooking and eating. And then Usher came and performed like it ain't nothing. You're like,
sure.
That's normal stuff.
Man, I love him.
So then she wanted to go home, and they took their drive, and they ended up in this place. She's like, "What the heck we at?" And that's when
you kidnapping me. I'm sick of you saying
kidnapping stuff, girl. Anybody kidnapping yo's big old.
She want to get kidnapped.
A grown son, it might kidnap you. But he said he bought them a place together, and it was funny because she lived in New Jersey, because she said she ain't gonna be paying the daggone New York prices, and he was like, "I'll pay them.
I'll pay it.
We're gonna live together." And I was like, "Well, Negro, where the ring at?" Because I know he not gonna do that without.
He didn't jump the gun though. He didn't even propose right away after that though.
No, he didn't. He was.
I'm like, how you know I want to live with you?
Oh, he knew. He knew, and she.
But, agreed. I don't know. I would have made it.
He said you could be like somebody. Keep your own
place.
He
did say that. He did say that.
But this is our place, and your name's on it.
That's the part right there. Put her.
Yes.
That was the risky part, but he did it, and so now it's theirs. And she was happy with it. Some big penthouse place, and they were there for like a whole 2 days.
Something like that.
He finally set it up. I don't know what she was working. She is really good at making sure that she gets her work done, which is awesome, because she really is a boss, and she gonna have her own and make her own path. And she was looking for him, and then she found these petals that led to his studio. And then there it was, and he said his old spiel, and it wasn't gonna be no. We already know that they too connected.
Of course.
That was, and my thing was how young she was. She was only 21, but I'm like, I was 22 when I got married. They good.
But they had experienced a lot. She did a lot.
They
did a lot.
The experience, because of the industry that they're in, the lifestyle that she grew up in, and of course, his own, because he was like 16 when he started really getting on the scene, and by the time he was 18, he was just, so they both. Like I said, it wasn't no like this is my first love type situation, this is my first boyfriend type situation. They both had enough to know, and their thing was different too. Their thing was different. But so he proposed. She said yeah, and yeah, that's it. I mean,
the end.
They ain't got to deal with no mama drama no more, and that was like the only real big issue for him.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with, because a lot of times stuff don't just always be popping off in people's eyes. But I do like that she at least had something in here that could have negatively affected them, but he was grown enough to like, okay, let me swallow this and go to therapy and get some real help on dealing with, the mom situation. Because like you said, he was a prideful person, so like that's not something he really would have done. But it was one of his friends like suggested it and like, you got to get yourself together. He had a lot of like mentors or people who could be honest with him and tell him, hey, So that was good to be so young, but have had that since like day one almost. It kept him kind of like not going so crazy and wild, because he could have been crazy and wild being that young and that freaking famous and rich and stuff.
Yeah,
he'll lose himself, and he didn't. He made sure he didn't. So that was it.
That's it.
So I would give it 4 stars, because that I was thrown off. The only part I did not like, I liked what we were getting from it, the information we were getting from it, but that part in the middle, when it was like that third person part, it threw me off. But once you were in it, you were getting the information, and then it got back to like his side of it. I've never seen that happen before, or never seen that done before. That was a different type of thing. But if it's something to expect, then I'll know next time. But I actually enjoyed the story. I enjoyed their love journey. I didn't think I was gonna hate anybody because of where it was. I didn't know it was gonna be like that deep, because I'm reading it. I'm like, wait, I got 2 more hours. What else gonna happen? But but it was just literally just showing, she was really spoiled, but she wasn't a brat.
I love that.
I like that about her.
She didn't expect anything like all that from him. She didn't expect it.
And like she genuinely was like grateful, like when they were like, even all the gifts and stuff, she, even with that kind of thing on her birthday, she wasn't expecting all that. She showered the mess out of that girl. But I feel like she deserved it, because she was a hard freaking worker. Like she really, is pulling her own weight and trying to make her own name out there. And she didn't.
And she giving out to less fortunate,
right?
Like helping others. I was like, I love her.
And then she hired some of the girls that she helped.
Yes, I love this.
So she's really doing the right things, and she ended up like booking like I think a Super Bowl commercial or something like that. I'm like, go ahead, girl. So like even though it seemed like it was so much, I feel like to me she deserved that stuff, because she really does work hard, and I feel like she's really like a genuinely nice person, a good person at heart, and I love how honest they are with each other.
Right.
Once they do start, talking. So I really enjoyed it once I like got over that part. Like I actually enjoyed the story.
I liked it too. I gave it a 5, even though I didn't like the back and forth going from current to week 6 and going to 2 and that I didn't care for. But I mean, I love the story. I love their connection. I love the trust that they had with each other, the communication, because like you were saying, communication is key. And it's hard sometimes to spill your guts or tell what you're thinking or feeling or even what you want sometimes. Mm-hmm. But you just got to put it out there. And most of the time when you be honest with the other person, it's really not as bad as they're not going to take it as bad as you think they're going to take it. So just get it on out there. And that's what they did. It was honest with each other, and I loved it. And I loved the journey that they were on. I loved it. Gave it 5 stars. T?
It's a 4-star for me. And this is, I want to say, is it my first 4-star? I don't know.
I don't think it is.
But and it's because I didn't like the beginning of it, but I love, just like both of y'all said, like I really love the story. Like I love that as much as I hate his mama, I love the person that he is. Like he didn't become her. He didn't like like for me, like I don't think I became my mom, but I have had words with her. And if we was in person, I feel like we would have fought. So it's just like he just got so much growth and he just walked away. I was like, oh man, she was everything but a child of God. Like, but I really, he's my favorite character, just because of his growth and going to therapy and getting it done. And then also with him opening up to like it's easy to open up to your kids because they came from you. Like he's opening up to a woman after like the person that birthed you, like did you like that? And you just open up to somebody and love her and just, oh man, like he's just amazing. Like I love him. We already said it. And then I'm so glad that he have her because she's amazing and she loves him and she a boss. I love her too. And yeah, 4 stars just because it like I wouldn't have been able to get to all this loveliness that I'm speaking of if we wasn't doing this podcast, because it was a hard beginning for me.
That's true, because I felt like that. I was like,
but I'm so glad I read it. It was so good.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Once it started getting good, I was excited, girl. I was like,
yes.
okay. You know.
Yes, definitely excited. Like,
but then you think like overall, the information was needed. It was just the way it was presented was
right
a bit tough.
Right.
Like,
it was tough. Yeah. I guess you're right. So I guess it's on me. I was like,
no, me too.
Hey, okay, I'm reading it.
Right.
This her type of writing, her style of putting it in, the information in there is different for us.
Yeah. But in the end, like, you know, it was good to know all of that. It was good to see like the different, like kind of, you know, like that middle part, just the different like stages of that argument was hilarious. That text fight, because people do that. That's real. And girls will pop off.
I'm just saying though, like, you didn't tell me that you wasn't there. She just like, you wouldn't give me a chance. You
right.
Out.
And then he was like texting at the end, and she ain't saying nothing. He's like, "Oh, it's crickets now."
Yep, you got dang right it is. I ain't about to say sorry.
Right. Oh, she was wrong. But yeah, so like I said, like in hindsight, like I did enjoy, I guess, learning that part. It was just like, what am I reading? You know, what am I doing?
That's what it was for me saying.
But
it was good.
Very good.
So thank you, Ashley, for picking this book.
Yeah, I enjoyed this.
So good.
So thank you, Sheopatra Smith. You know, Smith, that's our name. But thank you for this Protostar Love, and we learned a little something about astronomy, astrology. I can't remember what you know about the planets, stars, and stuff. You had little pieces, like definitions in there too.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was kind of cute.
Evelyn, come at me, bro. Got some words.
Yeah, Evelyn could go. Oh, I pray for her baby. Like, they ain't even real, but I'm gonna pray for her fake, you know, her picture baby.
For real. He probably gonna end up taking her baby to help his sibling.
Yeah.
She gonna drop the sibling off. She did.
Like, I changed my mind. Never mind.
I don't want it, and I'm not talking to you. Just dropping it off.
Like, probably to the grandma again.
Yeah, he'll get him. Don't want no more.
Then he'll get him. But one part that broke my heart was when he asked her in the end, what did he think that he was unlovable?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Small insecurities.
No, you're not. I love you so much.
If that was a movie, then yeah, you would have cried.
That's the part, yeah. Because I feel like if he would have said it in a certain way, I was like, no, my gosh, because of what that woman said to him.
Yeah.
Because those things do, you know,
if you get
help with it, they will like manifest and just make you feel that way. It wasn't my mother who did that to me. It was like another person in my life, and I'm still dealing with that. So it's really hard to break away from what someone else says to you, what they think of you. If you hold them up here, or if you have love for that person, when they say certain things to you, it can be like devastating, and you end up like meditating on that part because you don't want to be that, but then it breaks you down. It keeps you in a state that you don't want to be in, and then here comes depression and all that kind of stuff.
They say it.
I got ARs. What's
over
up?
And over.
Who was it?
Oh,
no.
They say it over and over, and when just like when you're in a relationship like that, you hear it so much.
Yeah,
you think,
you start believing it.
Is it true? Is it really? That's why he asked her. You know, do you think that I'm unlovable?
You know, I've been at this. That's the part I think that hurt me, because I'm dealing with that, and I remember when I talk to my best friends, or like when I talk to people, I'm like, I'd be asking them, like, am I this type of person, or am I really like? They'd be like, girl, shut up, you don't be stupid. I'm like, but it's like when you hear it so much, it like really makes you feel horrible, and then I start, you know, you talk to God, like I'm gonna start. Let me shut up, because I'm finna.
It's okay, girl.
I don't want to cry.
It's okay. I mean, some books, things you read, it brings out a lot of books that we read. We've experienced some of the things in the books that we read. That's why I like it so much. Some things that we've experienced are good, and some of them are bad. And it's relatable, and it lets you know that you're not the only one who dealt with the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's other people. It's real. It's out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, this life.
Yeah. So that's one part, like, that got me. But I really like it. I like that he was able to. So now I need to follow his footsteps and go to therapy, child. I keep saying it, but I really need to go to therapy. I'm like, I'm not even like. Anyway, so this was March's book of the month, Protostar Love, Sheopatra Smith. We really, really enjoyed it. And would definitely suggest it. I would recommend it. You know, I probably would put like a little label, just read on through. No matter how you feel, read on through. Okay,
it's gonna get amazing. It's gonna be worth it.
It's worth it. There you go. It's worth it. All right, well, that's all we got. That's it.
Peace out.